Hello, welcome. Today we are going to be looking at parts of speech. Parts of speech. This is a basic topic in English language. And if you're going to be sitting for WAEC, JAMB or NECO English language, you are supposed to know the basics. And parts of speech is what we are going to be looking at today. Very, very important. When you make a statement like Obi asked for his food, this is a simple statement that you can identify the various parts. You can say that Obi here represents a noun because a noun is the name of a person, place or thing. Ask is the action, so it is a verb. You understand? So your ability to identify these various parts of this speech or statement or sentence is what we are going to be learning in parts of speech. So the parts of speech, we can have noun, we can have pronoun, we can have verb, you can also have adjective, you can have adverb. So we're going to be looking at these parts of speech so that whenever you see any word, you are going to be able to tell me the part of speech that it is, whether it is a noun or a pronoun or a verb or an adverb or an adjective or any other part of speech. So first of all, let's look at the first one, a noun. What is a noun? What is a noun? A noun is the name of a person, place, thing, animal, state or condition. Now, anytime you see a noun, it can always be a label for a person, a thing, a place, quality or state or condition. Examples of noun: my name, Augustine, is a noun. Ada is a noun. Musa is a noun because both of them are names of persons. Abuja is a name of a place. The city where we are in here, Abuja, so it's the name of a place, so it's also a noun. Gambia is the name of a country, so it's also a noun. Chalk is the name of something that you use in writing, it's also a noun. Peace is the name of a state or condition of mind where you are very calm. Honesty is the state of being truthful, and that is also a noun. So whenever you have a name, a label for something, we call it a noun. So these are all examples of noun. So now whenever I make a speech, you should be able to identify the noun that is there. Now, if the noun is a proper noun is when you have the name of a person or things like month and days, their first letter is always a capital letter. Very, very important. You see, this one is small letter, this is small because they are non-proper nouns. But the proper nouns have their first letter as capital letter. Now we look at a pronoun. What is a pronoun? A pronoun is any word that you can use to replace a noun or any word that you can use in place of a noun. Now let's look at this statement. Obi asked for Obi's food. Obi asked for Obi's food. To make this statement very okay and nicer, you can say Obi asked for his food. Instead of Obi's, you now replace this very noun. I told us that the name of a person is always a noun. You replace it with another word, his. This his is a pronoun. So any word that you can use to replace a noun is a pronoun. Other examples of pronouns are his, her, us, them, we. Instead of saying I and you understand? We. All those representations, they are known as pronouns. Now we look at a verb. What is a verb? A verb is an action word. It tells us what the noun or pronoun is doing or what the noun or pronoun does. You can say Ekene teaches. So what do? I teach. So that teach is my action. What am I doing now? I'm talking. That's action, verb. So whenever you see things that expresses action, we call it verb. So we'll say now, Obi drinks a cup of tea. So what is the verb here? Drinks. What is the noun? Obi. Obi drinks a cup of tea. It rains heavily in Abuja. Rains, that's the action. Rain, falling down. Rain is the action. So that these two are verbs. Now, what is an adverb? An adverb is a word that qualifies any word that qualifies a noun, any word that qualifies a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. So that is an adverb. An adverb is a word that qualifies a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Now, when you look at this statement, it rains heavily in Abuja. Heavily is telling us how it rains. So that word that's telling us how the verb performs, that word that qualifies the verb here is rains. But how does it rain? Does it rain slowly or sparsely? It rains heavily. It's telling us how the raining occurs. So that word that tells us how the verb performs or that qualifies the verb is known as adverb. So this heavily here is adverb. It rains in Abuja. How does it rain? Heavily. So the word that expresses or that explains to us how the verb works is known as adverb. Whereas adjective is a word that tells us more about the noun or pronoun. So you see the difference between the adverb and the adjective. Where the adverb tells us about the verb, adjective, or another adverb, the adjective tells us about noun or pronoun. Let's take an example. You say, Obi is a good boy. So it's telling us about Obi, it's qualifying Obi. Good here is qualifying Obi, it's telling us about Obi. So this is an adjective. So anything that tells you more about the noun, or even if you say he is a good boy, he is a nice person. He's a nice person. Nice is trying to tell you more about this pronoun, he. So this is also an adjective. So whenever the word is qualifying a noun or a pronoun, we call it adjective. But whenever the word is qualifying a verb, we call it adverb, or is qualifying another adjective or adverb, we call it adverb. Now, it is very important that you also note that there are different types of adverb. We have the adjunct that tells us when, why, how. All of them are under this adverb. Now, there are also different types of nouns. We have the proper noun, we have the collective nouns, and other types. We have different types of pronouns. So in subsequent lectures, we are going to be digging deep into this. We're going to be learning about conjunction and prepositions, so that anytime you make a long statement, you should be able to identify the various parts of speech.